thank you. That is so nice of you to say. Let's do a little makeup Monday. Not totally sure what the little shoulder shimmy was about. In a weird mood today. So we're gonna start with the Iconic London primer. So if you can, try to allow enough time for your primer to dry between layers. Think of it like painting a house, right? Like you don't want to paint on top of wet paint. I need my makeup to last because I am going to the protest after this because Trump sent in the National Guard, which is so weird because he wasn't able to do that on January 6th, but now he magically can. Funny how that works. But yeah, sure. So I'm using this Charlotte Tilbury stick. I have been all about cream products lately. It's really weird because I always prefer powder. I've just had more fun kind of playing. Actually, what am I doing? I always do my makeup in a hand mirror. You never want to rely on a big mirror when you're doing your makeup. It's lying to you. When you look up close, it's gonna look busted. I look really tired. It's because I am. I slept like shit last night, but I am getting PRF with Nurse Megan tomorrow. So hopefully she can make me look a little more awake. Remember, we're patting and placing. We are not swiping. I usually skip my nose because I think that makeup just looks bad on my nose sometimes. And then I always skip this part of my forehead as well. As far as like base, cream, or liquid foundation, I'll go over it with powder later, but same shit, it just always looks textured. All right, now concealer. Remember, we don't want to go like directly in this zone, at least for me. It accentuates my fine lines, so I actually go below the under eye and then I blend up. Y'all, I'm so glad that this Mercury retrograde is over today because what the fuck was that? Has anyone else had genuinely the wildest social interactions and or professional interactions that they've ever had in their life the past few weeks? Like, oh my God, the stories I could tell. And one thing about me, truly, whenever I have a lot of weird interactions back to back where there's just like negative or bad energy, I genuinely stop myself and be like, okay, what am I doing to impact these situations? Because I think a lot of the times the energy we receive is the energy that we're giving out. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, like what role am I also playing, right? I don't just like want to blame things on everyone else. No, the past few weeks, that was all y'all. That was other people. That was not me. Like, you know what I mean? Anyway, we are not going to dwell on it. People just need to come correct is all I'm saying, because what was all that? So in these inner corners right here, I let the concealer sit for like an additional 20 seconds. Essentially what happens is it gets tackier and thicker. And these are the areas where I want more of that brightening effect, right? Now you'll notice I'm skipping my eyelids. I don't put foundation or concealer there anymore because it creases, and my friend told me about this MAC eyeshadow that essentially like is more like a primer. So I'm using this on my lids. Okay, so now we're doing our contour. That looks a little crazy. We will come back to it. So whenever I do my contour, I actually kind of overcorrect on the bronzer and I get it closer inward towards my face rather than just focusing on that small little area, because weirdly I think that actually looks worse and it makes it look more stark. Whereas if I do it like this, I can blend it out so it's not just like white tan, right? Like it's kind of like not an ombre effect, but like maybe you would call it that. So like if I kind of just pat, and I didn't apply any product. Half of my makeup routine, I swear, is pressing makeup sponges with nothing on them into my face. It's not always about like applying more. Sometimes it's just pressing and pushing and pulling what you already have. And I don't usually wear eyeshadow, but I do put bronzer on my eyelids because I never want my eyelids to be like significantly lighter than my face. I also realized that this week marks 6 months since I started doing all of this full time. And I just have to say, in case I don't say it enough, how genuinely grateful I am that y'all are here, that y'all give a shit about what I have to say, that y'all are supportive, that y'all are in the fight with me. Honestly, astounds me every single day how fucking lucky I am, and I just love you so much. Wait, I actually think this is looking really good. And I say actually because I kind of like, when I got out of the shower, I was like, my face isn't facing like, and I was like, yeah, this might be like a semi-ugly day for me, but I don't think it's gonna be a semi-ugly day. And I do my nose contour with an eyeshadow brush. Blush, I have been using this Say cream blush almost every single day this summer. It is so perfect for summer because it kind of looks like you got a tiny little bit of a sunburn. Just like a little kiss from the sun. Okay, so like, look at that. Oh God, I love this. I actually got my makeup done whenever I was getting interviewed for the Huffington Post, and my makeup artist used this blush. It looked so good on camera. I was like, I am getting that immediately. We love Say, and they also work with liberal creators, and we love them for that. Oh, I guess I didn't even talk about my weekend. So this Friday was so much fun. It was my friend Elizabeth Booker Houston. If y'all don't follow her, you need to immediately. It was her last day at the FDA. She quit her job. So we were at a happy hour celebrating, and there were like a ton of us creators. And I think it's really funny when people will ask, oh, like, do you guys actually like each other? We are genuinely friends. We like hanging out with each other. It is a very supportive community for the most part. There are always like some weirdos, you know, but none of those people are the weirdos. I don't hang out with weirdos. And I have no problem letting people know when I think they're a weirdo. So all I'm gonna say about that for now. I really need to get my brows tinted. I don't like having to fill them in this much. Then Saturday, I woke up and worked out with my trainer, and then I sat and helped him look through his retirement and his benefits packets for literally 3 hours, which I was so excited to do. A lot of people don't know that I used to work in that space, and I actually know like a shit ton about saving for retirement and tax advantage accounts, etc. And honestly, I missed talking about that stuff. And like I always tell people, the benefits world, the insurance world, it is confusing because it is meant to feel confusing. Our healthcare system is designed to make the consumer have to work for it and have to work to understand it, all this bullshit. So I love being able to take something very complex and make it simple for people. One of the best things I ever learned at one of my jobs when I worked in research is they said you should always be able to explain something in simple terms. If someone is like, oh, well, it's too hard to explain it, blah, 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 they're full of shit. It's not because they're so smart and knowledgeable about this topic and they just couldn't possibly put it into information for you to understand. It means that they are full of shit. And then I worked out with my trainer again yesterday and then again today. We're starting a new regimen. So we're doing a pull, push, legs, full body. I absolutely love these shadow sticks. They are my favorite. I think I have 4 different colors now. I use them as eyeliner and eyeshadow. Hey, wait, I am so happy. I like how everything looks right now. Thank God. Thank God this is boding well. See, new start. We're on to new things. Sorry, I keep looking around because all of my shit is everywhere. I really need to organize my drawers. My trainer and I are also going to be posting some of our workouts together, which I think will be really fun for y'all to see. And I will come back after hair because I always save eyes and lips for after hair so that your hair doesn't get stuck in your mascara or your lip gloss. Okay, I accidentally did my mascara off camera. I totally forgot that I was doing this video, to be honest with you. But I did post an entire video on July 4th that shows like my technique for doing that. Now I'm just going to finish with my favorite lip pencil. Someone told me that if you apply in upward strokes, it makes your lips look like a little plumper, and I feel like it actually does work. But I don't understand this whole trend of coloring in our Cupid's bows. I think it looks literally insane. And I'm a normally like do whatever makes you feel good in the beauty department. That looks insane. This is a new product for me. It's the Winky Lux. If you can see, it's like glittery. It's so cute. I feel like this would be very good makeup for if you have like a daughter who's learning how to experiment with makeup. It's just like fun packaging, but it's very light. Like this honestly goes on more like a chapstick almost, but I love it and it smells really good. It's just like that perfect cool pink contrasting with that darker brown pink. Oh, love it. And this is it. So I will see y'all later. Have a great Monday. I hope I don't get arrested. I guess you'll find out if I do. Bye.